Sometimes it's the simple things that people often screw up, and many restaurants do. Yeah, they do. But you won't. Today we're making steakhouse mushrooms because you can. Grab your aprons, let's cook. So first, to get started, we need to prep our mushrooms. Shiitake, remove that woody stem because it's really not edible. You could save it for a vegetable stock. 4 ounces of shiitakes, 4 ounces of oyster, and about 8 ounces of creminis. Just give them a gentle wipe. That's it. Never submerge them in water. They get waterlogged, and then it will not absorb that delicious flavor that we're gonna saute them in. The oysters, just pull them apart because they will saute and wilt down, and we want them to be nice and meaty, just like that. Creminis, you wanna leave the stem. We're just gonna trim it a little bit. So when you buy your mushrooms in the grocery store, take them out of that plastic container, take the plastic wrap that's on them off, because what will happen is the moisture from your refrigerator tend to steam them, and then they get waterlogged. So you'll buy a few more days out of them by taking them out of the package. You wanna get a flat surface, and then slice. Look how beautiful they look. You could use rosemary or thyme, so you want a good bundle. Pinch, pull, just like that. 3 tablespoons of the fresh thyme leaves. Heat a 12-inch skillet over medium heat, and we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons canola oil. You could also use avocado oil. Actually, I'm using avocado oil, and 4 tablespoons of butter. Typically, you should never saute with butter, but because we're sauteing these beautiful mushrooms that act like little sponges, the milk solids are gonna absorb right into the mushrooms, making them so tender, and then the clarified part of the butter will release, and they'll saute perfectly. And then that avocado oil helps the butter not to burn. Season with kosher salt, so be generous. Season vigorously. Mushrooms need their salt, and I find in many steakhouses they're always under seasoned. Freshly cracked black pepper, about 5 to 7 minutes. So right in the beginning it looks a little dry, don't do you worry. It's gonna eventually just wilt down, they'll become nice and soft, and there'll be plenty of fat for them to saute in. Now we're gonna add the thyme. Five cloves of garlic. This is a nice fresh head of garlic. See how tight it is? It's actually hard to get the cloves off. That's a good sign. It's gonna be nice and fresh. Give it a nip, whack the garlic. The garlic is really sticky, so you'll find when you're working with it, it sticks to your hands and to your knife. Best tip, I tell you all the time, run your hands and your knife under cold water, and then when you're slicing, mincing, chopping your garlic, it's not gonna stick to your knife nor to your hands like that. Typically, you can't run it off. Back of your knife so you don't ruin your blade. Push it to the side. Now we need to mince 1 large shallot. So they're getting the nice, beautiful caramelization, a little browning on them. 2 tablespoons of the shallots. Saute these for about 1 to 2 minutes. You want to smell the garlic. About 2 tablespoons cognac. Woo! Just want to let it reduce until all that cognac is absorbed into the mushrooms. And that's it. Super simple. To make it pretty, because you're fancy, a little bit of fresh parsley. Parsley is a water-soluble herb, so you want to use this off the heat, so that way you get maximum freshness and flavor, and it stays beautiful. So I have this little cast iron skillet. I got this from a restaurant supply store, and then you can serve these right on the side. Super fancy. Let's taste it. They're good. They're delicious. The mushrooms absorbed all that delicious butter, shallots, the garlic sauteed beautifully. You get the freshness from the thyme. Again, added freshness from the parsley. Earthy, simple and easy. You guys can do this. They're so good. Top them on burgers. Serve them with chicken. You can serve them with chicken or a steak. Super easy. Well, there you have it, steakhouse mushrooms that you can make at home. And when you start with good quality fresh ingredients, it's not hard, and you can do it better than any restaurant. Why? Because you can. If you want to check out more of my other videos, you can click this video link right here or click this one, and I'll meet you over there.